Alright, so today I thought I'd publish this little post on what it's like owning and living with a Patek Philippe Nautilus. This is a 3800 1A, so it's a 37-38 mil. I bought this new, I don't know, in the days when you could actually walk into a shop and buy one, 20 odd years ago. It's actually a good story, or an interesting story. I remember seeing it when I was a kid in a shop, and I used to bum around London with my brothers, and thought to myself, one day I want to buy one of those, and I was very, very lucky enough to actually be able to do that way before they became such hot property. Anyway, pretty good watch. And it sounds, I'm going to say this is going to sound very first world country problem sort of thing, but again, the bracelets, the bracelet is fantastic, but it does still, you can't quite see that, but maybe you can, just, there's very light scratches which happen on these polished surfaces, and I've talked about that before in some of the other quick reviews of watches I own that I've given, is that they need to make them a little bit more kind of robust. Unfortunately, it's a little dirty on the glass there, because it's been bumming around in it a little bit. So I've had this, like I said, just about 20 years. I think I've had it serviced maybe 3 times. And that's one thing about this watch, which I think is a little frustrating, is it's a very sensitive movement. I mean, it's, I've had a Zenith El Primero for God knows, almost as long as, actually longer than this, which I don't think I've ever had serviced, and still works perfectly. But this used to be my everyday watch. I used to wear it literally out and about absolutely every day. As I did with the Zenith actually. But yeah, so anyway, it had a couple of things go wrong with it, and it's obviously not cheap to bloody get serviced. I always take it to the Patek boutiques to get it serviced. I never do it anywhere else. So that's a little odd. It's a fantastic, I say it's a sports watch, to be honest with you. It's a dress watch. You can see how thin that is. It's a pretty damn thin watch. Which is great. Obviously, there's no sapphire case back on the old Nautilus models, which I don't mind, to be honest with you. But it is a super watch to wear. They do make fantastic watches. Its design, it's the aesthetic of it is superb. But yeah, if you're if you're gonna think you're getting a watch and you're gonna wear it pretty much every day, I wouldn't advise you get one of these. My Milgauss, the Zenith I mentioned earlier, seem to be far sturdier, let's say. The clasp on this is actually pretty good. It's really quite a nice tight fit on this double floating butterfly clasp, which I quite like. But anyway, that's that. That's the living with my Patek.